Hello my little Grimlets. In this video we'll be getting on with the Sega Genesis version of Shadowrun, developed by Blue Sky Software and released by Sega in 1994. The first time I played this game was about 16 years ago and I loved it. So did my brother. We rented this from our local Blockbuster, video/movie game rental store, movie game, whatever, so many times that we finally got ourselves a copy because it was more cost efficient. What we ended up doing is, since we couldn't buy the game from Blockbuster itself, my brother lost the Shadowrun game, and thus we had to pay a $20 replacement fee to Blockbuster in order for them to replace it. In exchange, we got to have it. Shh, don't tell them. Set in the gritty world of the near future, inspired by William Gibson's Neuromancer, this version of Shadowrun puts you in the shoes of a guy named Joshua. It's an action RPG. I say this version because a year prior, in '93, a game named Shadowrun came out for the Super Nintendo. It's also an action RPG, but it's less open, less of a sandbox feel to it. It's not as freeform. Don't really enjoy the gameplay style, how that goes, and the Matrix itself particularly lacks flavor. The game is based off of a novel, one of the Shadowrun novels, I believe, which name I've forgotten at the moment. So yeah, there you go. This will be a pilot episode. I've tried recording this two previous times, full-length introduction, and Camtasia Studio has nom-nom-nommed my audio. So in addition to changing a video codec to make for a smoother frame rate for this game, as you move around quite a bit, I also changed my audio codec. If this works successfully, you will be hearing this and seeing this. If not, I'm going to throttle my computer. I did take a break, though. It's been 16 hours since I last tried to record it, so I'm not that angry right now. Alrighty, Shadowrun. By the way, I really love the music, the theme, the gritty style of this game. This is a game I played through several times, gone through quite a bit. I know a lot about the game, even though it's been a few years since my last time through it. Gotta go new game here, obviously. You have 3 archetypes to choose from for your starting character, who's automatically named Joshua. You have a samurai, you have a decker, and you have a gator shaman. Samurai is basically your warrior-type geared character in a fantasy setting. He's got decent stats to suit him for combat, firearm skill, as well as some melee skill. And as long as he has a cyber enhancement, spurs, not spurs, hand razors, not really that effective, but it's there in case he runs out of ammunition. You have your decker here, who I guess you could call like a rogue type, as he has a data jack cyber enhancement, which allows him to connect through a cyber deck into the Matrix itself. A huge cyberspace realm. You guys will see that a bit later. Not in this episode, though. That's his. He's quicker, and obviously he has computer skill, which the samurai does not have. The Gator Shaman here is pretty much a wizard-themed character. Shamans in this game assume the power, they're inspired by a certain animal who comes to them, visits them, and it says, here's the way, and they follow the path of that animal, bear, gator, rat, what have you. In this case, Joshua would be a Gator Shaman here. The totem, because you have to carry around your animal totem, takes up 1 inventory spot. And on the other hand, you have the powers of magic at your disposal. It kind of limits you from getting cyberware, though apparently cyberware interferes with flesh essence, which is used to create magical spells. It's fantasy, cyberpunk, sci-fi jargon. Don't question it. Let's just move on. For the purposes of this game, my favorite archetype whenever I first started playing was Gator Shaman. My brother's was Decker. Don't much care for Decker. And Gator Shaman, not much in the mood for magic this time around, so we are going to play as a samurai. Joshua looks like a beefy badass. Beefcake! See, look, he's so thin here. Hardcore. Not hardcore, hardcore. And I'm a burly man, so this definitely works. He could use a beard, though. Beard would be helpful. Anyway. The time, January 1st, 2058. The place, Seattle, UCAS. Under the cover of darkness, a team of Shadowrunners moved through the shitty wilderness. Without warning, they are ambushed by unknown forces. The massacre is over quickly, but captured on Rivet by one of the slain members' cyber eyes. The trivet was recovered and made national news. Michael, your brother, was the last to die. I get goosebumps every time I see that. Spending your last Nguyen to go to Seattle, you vow to avenge your brother's death. Nguyen. Third live test, and I still didn't look up the pronunciation for that. I'm gonna go with Nguyen. I think that's right. I could be wrong. Landing at SeaTac Airport, you flag a cab to bring you to Michael's last cred stick transaction, Stoker's Coffin Motel, located in the Redmond Barrens. Stoker's Coffin Motel, Stoker's Coffin, Bram Stoker, Coffin, Dracula, Bram Stoker, Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula. You get it? The battered sign reads Stoker's Coffin Motel. Motels like these are cheap, each room only large enough to fit a single bed. Dumps like these tend to attract the dregs of humanity. By the way, Stoker is a dwarf. Insert your fantasy cyberpunk sci-fi theme explanation here for why some years into the future, the past, like 20 or 40, I forget exactly which is which from here. I forget the exact time, but some sort of fantastical magic event occurred, and and the reason why there's magic get left in the universe here. And that's the reason for that. And elves and dwarves and trolls and orcs suddenly sprang into existence. So you have all of those in this place as well. And yeah, stuff like that. Woo! They all have their different statistics and things they're initially great at. Their maximum caps. Like trolls tend not to be good at charisma. And elves are always the best at everything forever. Anyway, let's get on with it. The manager yawns. I won't bore you with the welcome speech. So what do you want? I'm here to pick up Michael's stuff. Dead brother, national news, all that jazz. So you're Michael's brother, eh? Your bro skipped on paying his bill, and I'm holding his stuff till I get the back rent. Let's make a deal. You pay up the $250 he owes, and I'll fork over his stash. Seeing as how we pretty much spent our last bit of cash getting here, I'm going to presume that we don't have that much. $250? How much could he have stored in one of those rooms? Hey, if you need Nguyen, head up the street to the jump house. Gunderson is always looking for runners. You'll find him in a booth towards the back of the bar. So this is us here. This is Joshua. Let's take a look at the character screen here. Joshua, human samurai. 2 different health bars in this game, physical and mental. If either goes to 0, you will fall down. You can't die in this game. You can fall down. Yeah, no death. Good thing to keep in mind. If you die, we'll just say die, just for the hell of it, just for convenience. If you die, trauma teams will rush in, whatever. If we die here in the Redmond Barrens, which is the tutorial area, you actually have to complete the first part of the main quest before you can escape the tutorial area, and then it's all a sandbox. But it's basically just to guide you through the hoops of the game, make sure you know what the fuck you're doing. If you do that, then you'll be revived at a hospital or a little Chiba's shop somewhere, and you'll lose a bit of your money, but everything will be okay. Currently equipped with a pretty weak pistol, but at least we have a pistol, and we have a decent ability to use it. Armor vest, scatter grenades, medkit, not very good with grenades. 10 clips. Let's take a look at the attribute/skills sheet. Now, Shadowrun runs based upon a karma system, not an experience point system. By completing Shadowruns in this game, that's your primary method of earning karma, which you can spend whenever you go to sleep in a motel to increase your attributes or skills. You can also earn karma in a few other ways too. You can complete various aspects of the main quests, and you can kill people either in the real world or in the Matrix. You need to kill 15 to 25 people to gain 1 karma point, so it's not a quick means of doing it, but it's still there, If you end up doing a lot of murder, death, kill, it'll help pad the karma score. But yes, Shadowruns are the primary means of getting that. Well, what is a Shadowrun? What is a Mr. Johnson? You'll all find that out later. Cyberware, I have hand razors, magic, since I'm not capable of casting magic and I never will learn that capability. Yeah, it just shows my magical defense. Pocket secretary shows you various things that you will come in handy in this game. In this case, Mr. Johnson that we're going to be going to in the Jump House bar is Mr. Gunderson, small-time guy who works in the Redmond Barrens. Tips and clues shows you the last cred stick transaction. That's where we need to focus on. Stoker's Coffin Motel. Gotta get 250 Nguyen in order to get Michael's stuff. We only have 20. Current run. You are not currently engaged in a Shadowrun. Get a job. Group items, cyber deck, dismiss runners, save load game. Well, look at that stuff, as it comes around. For now, let's move on to the jump house bar. By the way, here's an innocent. Innocently dead. And I collected money from him. Sweet. Now to 45 me. Ah, I'm a murderer. It's a true story, everybody. I relish and savor that moment. I like to think of it as expressing my rage over the death of my brother. Oi, friend, don't be so obvious. Old Stoker likes to toss my name around. But if you want to stay healthy in the shadows, you do well to just refer to me as Mr. Johnson. Alright, this is Gunderson here. Excuse me, Mr. Johnson. I'm looking for some information. Info, eh? Well, chumma, I might be able to help you there. Since you're pretty green, I'll offer some free advice. Most Johnsons don't mind telling you basic information, so there ain't a charge for that. But if you want some special contacts, the type who can help you out, well, that costs. Usually somewhere up in the thousands. I do some questions answered. Hurry up and What exactly is a Mr. Johnson? Jeez, you are green. Johnson is your meal ticket. I'm going to stop that. If you're going to be a Shadowrunner. Let's take me, for example. My name is Gunderson, but you should refer to me as Mr. Johnson, out of respect for my anonymity. I receive jobs from those who don't want to dirty their own hands. I contract out those same jobs to runners like yourself. It's a food chain, and you're the little fish. Let's talk about a different subject. I'm looking for some contacts. Contacts! We all need contacts, don't we, small time? Let me give you a few words of advice. Maybe I'm not going to stop that. New contacts take a while to warm up, so treat them well and they'll do their best for you. That said, I got a line on a decker who's pretty hot stuff. Pro tip, she's not. She's done some work for me and can probably teach you a thing or two about running the Matrix. She can't. You want her number for 1,000? Nah. You just tell me what you need, chum. I'll do what I can for you. I'm looking for some work. So you want to go on a Shadowrun, eh? Well, old Gunderson's got a beauty for you. Mr. Gunderson over here, Johnson rather, is capable of offering 3 types of runs. All are pretty small time, and they take place in the same area, Redmond Barrens. There's a package delivery type of Shadowrun. There's a escort. Not that sort of escort, jackass. Escort type, and then there's a slaughter ghouls type. We're not going to be killing any ghouls right now. They're pretty tough. Go to the jump house in the Redmond Barrens. There you will meet my client, Ellis Goodson. Escort my client to the Shia Waste nuke plant in the Redmond Barrens. You will be paid by my client upon safe arrival to specified destination. You will offer 50. 50 is actually a pretty good rate right here at the beginning of the game. I accept that run. You'll notice that we're already in the jump house. However, to register that, just go ahead and leave out, then come back in. Hey, there you are. Boy, am I glad to see you. It's getting so a guy can't walk the streets alone. Well, let's get moving. I'm on a tight schedule. And if anybody tries anything cute, you wax them. Kinda left my wax in my car, bro. Innocent! Hey, you're after my client! By the way, your client has like a health bar, but enemies usually don't target him so much as like to target you. If you go down, any packages or clients you have with you are going to be confiscated or whatnot. You're going to... Whoops, I went to the wrong area. And you're going to lose the Shadowrun. You're going to fail it. Failing it means nothing more than having to go get a new one because you suck. You don't take any karma penalty or cash penalty or anything. Anyway, yeah, I was distracted while talking, so I went to the wrong building. Whoops-a-daisy, motherfucker. Now, over here in the Redmond Barrens, we had some dangerous action going on. In terms of gangs, the gang building's actually the one I accidentally visited. The local gang here is the Halloweeners, who have affiliations with the Yakuza? Sorry, it's been a long time since I read my Hardy Boys novel, so I don't quite remember that one. Gunderson wants us to kill ghouls. The answer to that is fuck you. Jump house, Boris's greenhouse, package delivery, I can do that. There's some other gangs in this game as well. I'll introduce those whenever we actually see people from those gangs. Yeah, Halloweeners are pretty tough. They like to paint their faces to look like jack-o'-lanterns. They're douchebags. Now that I said that, a bunch of guys are just gonna like break into my room, like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm gonna fucking shank you. That would be unfortuitous, rest assured. The Halloweeners are pretty easy guys, though. I mean, this is like the Stardy sandbox area, so... Did I say Stardy sandbox? Whatever. Stoker's Coffin Motel, Jump House, I can do that. So yeah, the pretty easy peasy missions, folks. Innocent! Innocently dead. I'm a douchebag. Think fast, douchebag. I have slaughtered you. Stoker squints at you with his one good eye. Here's the package. Don't slot this up. I'll try not to, sir. Okay. Thanks for making me feel good about myself. Bartender drops a rag and waves you over. That's for me. Here's $1 million. Don't spend it all in one place. I'll try not to, bro, but I don't have that much faith in my ability not to spend it all in one place. Kinda need to retrieve my brother's stuff. Community of ghouls? No. Trust me, children, ghouls, particularly right now, Tuskies. Ares Weapon Emporium to the Halloweenies, I can do that. The weenies. They're a bunch of wussies, except at the beginning of the game. Innocents, you get to live right now. Yes, doing illegal acts could cause you a problem with law enforcement. Shh, don't tell them. They'll come after me. It'll make my job harder. Sweet. That was easy, though. Please don't make it harder for me, game. How much money do I have? 245? Damn, 5 short. Whee! So yeah, it's 3rd time recording this. Really hope this goes well. Oh shit. Combat time! Thankfully it was only one Halloweenie, and he gave me enough money. Yes! And he didn't have a gun, so he had to chase after me and try to do some fisticuffs. I'll go ahead and get another Shadowrun before I head on over to Stoker's Coffin Motel. Well, sweet. I'm gonna go there anyway. What do you know? How convenient. Wow. While I'm over there, everybody, might as well go ahead and drop in. Innocent, you get to live today as well. I'm in a good mood. Yes, don't slot this up. And while I'm here. Here to pick up Michael's stuff, small change, slot this cred, and I'm gone. The creds roll off your stick, and in return, you are handed a crumpled plastic box. Opening it, you find a scented leather. A scented leather. My brother was in some real crazy shit. A cyber deck, a wristband, and 2 hollow picks. The letter addressed to Michael reads as follows. M... I don't trust our Johnson, and neither should you. His story just doesn't wash, and you know it. I'm out on this one, and I hope you are too. I'll wait for you at the Terraslar City Inn in Puyallup Barrens. Tabitha Shell. The cyber deck is a small Legion's alpha that hasn't seen much use. These decks are fine to dabble in cyberspace, but lack real power. I don't have a data jack, so I can't even dabble. The wristband is a dock wagon homing beacon. When its wearer's condition becomes critical, a dock wagon trauma team is dispatched to retrieve him. The wearer is then resuscitated and dropped off at Seattle General Hospital. Not quite sure why my brother didn't bring this along with him before, with it on. No matter where I will be, if I get killed, a trauma team will fly in. I could be in the fucking middle of the jungle. They will come in and save my ass. It costs some money to get saved, but it's better than being dead, right, everybody? Right. Hollow Pigs. Dr. Ivana Haversheen, MD. Seattle General Hospital, Haversheen Clinic. Mr. Caleb Brightmore, Esquire. Problem solved, worries eliminated. He's a Mr. Johnson. And this last part. Finally, you uncover a cred stick hidden under the hollow picks. It has a balance of 500. The irony of this discovery has not yet worn off even after 16 motherfucking years. So yeah, that's that, everybody. Did that pretty quickly and smoothly. Alrighty, I think that's a suitable introduction to the world of Shadowrun pilot episode. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up before 20 minutes simply because, what the hell. I might record another episode, but primarily, worst case, for you guys, I'll just upload 2 episodes. It's really a pilot, just to gauge interest in this before I commit to playing this, and if I do play it, there's enough interest, I will do it quickly. Lots of gaming done in a very short period of time. The reason for that being this will, if it's done, be my last Let's Get On With It adventure other than finishing Romance of the Three Kingdoms 6. So yeah, give me some feedback, let me know what you think. Let this work, computer. Let this work, Lube. Emperor Ural Septum, or whatever the fuck. That's all I gotta say. Or I'm gonna crack some skulls. See you folks later.